A man who can't live with the choices he's made. But if he can't find the pen, he can sure find the blade. Okay, last night in my dream, you know how I always go to like Hosier concerts in my dream, right? Like that has been always the norm. Like 90% of my recent dreams have been in concert form. But this time it was different, right? I haven't seen Andrew Hosier in my dreams in a long time. Like he's been absent. He hasn't been around in my dreams, at least, you know. So last night I went to one of his concerts, and I'm okay. So the stage looks like a theater production. Like there's a red curtain. Um, it's like a movie theater type seating. Everyone's sitting there facing the stage, you know, all of the darkness in the back and then up front. And then I get up in my dream. I get up from where I was seated. It wasn't in the front. It was like more in like in the middle towards the back. Normally the same seat I've always sat in of my whole all my dreams. I've sat in that weird spot. Well, in the dream, I stood up and I turned around, right? And I'm getting ready to walk up the stairs, and I started singing The Blade, the whole song of The Blade. I go, well, son, I believe it's the end of the line. And I'm slowly getting my stuff, packing up to leave the movie while everyone's still watching. I'm all out of whiskey and I'm all out of wine. And I remember saying that little part, I'm all out of whiskey, I'm all out of wine, because I take my whiskey neat, my coffee black in my bed at 3. And wine, blood is red and sweet as cherry wine. So, like, I took those 2 points of the song, and I was in my mind, I remember thinking, oh, that's a Hosier lyric, right? But I'm packing up, getting ready to walk. I said, I'm all out of whiskey, I'm all out of wine. I burned all my bridges, I've burned my degrees, or I've earned my degrees. Okay, I burned all my bridges, I've earned my degrees. Now darkness is all I have waiting for me. And then as I'm saying, oh, the edge of insane, I'm walking up the stairs. Only fools know the name of a man who can live with the choices he's made. And if he can't find the pen, then he could sure find the blade. And I held up my hand like this with one finger. I said he could sure find the blade. As soon as I hold this up, the stage goes black, and everyone's throat gets slit on the stage. Bro, okay. At the end of when I said the blade, these dark shadows come out of the side of the theater and the front of the theater, and they rush the stage, and the people on the stage get their throats slit. And it was wild because as soon as I said the blade, that happens, and it went dark. And I was like, whoa, hold on. And then I'm in the recording studio with the guy from this band. I forgot his name. I'm sorry. I was watching him in the recording studio, and I remember he has braces, in the dream, I was like, I was talking to, well, not talking to him, because it was like I wasn't there. I was just like a phantom. And he was like trying to show me a new song, and I was like, that's not it. I was like, you have a hit on your hands. The Blade is a fucking hit, right? Is that I said it's not a hit in mainstream media, but in my finale song, that was my song, right? That was a song that I used to end the finale, to end the you know. Everyone knows that I've always been obsessed with Andrew Hosier. And he's been like a very absent, dark shadow towards me, you know, and I use this character that he's put on in his show, use this character as like a I've used this character as something to cling on to for hope, for purpose and stuff, you know, and I've created a whole realm around him. Jackie and Shadow, I believe that he is Shadow and I'm Jackie. You know, I've created this world around a figment of my imagination, you know, and I don't regret it. I don't regret choosing him and the characters that I created around him. However, story's over. You know, all the characters on the stage are dead. All of the characters that haven't been transformed into animals and anamorphosized in their search to God, you know, that didn't climb their totem pole and add themselves as an animal into the kingdom, they're dead. You know, that whole premise of shadows controlling shadows, humans controlling shadows, no longer exist. The animals control the shadows of man, right? So now we're back at this degree. Oh shit, I'm hella late. Oh, I have so much to do. Why did I sign up for so much? I have a doctor's appointment and I have to get all of my paintings hung for the school. I have so much to do. I don't know. I kind of prefer it this way. I'm going to go say hi to the kids. I'm going to use the co-pilot program as an excuse to hang all my art pieces. Figure out where I'm going to hang my art and then get the ingredients list for the cultural fair, which I hope some of you guys show up to the cultural fair that we're having at my school. It's an open event. We're gonna have Japanese, Korean. I was hoping that the Ethiopian culture would be represented, but we're not. But maybe next year, if I continue at this school. I don't know if I am. I don't know if I'm gonna stay. I think I might homeschool my daughter. It's just kind of sad, but I don't want her to turn out to be a brat like some of the kids that I've noticed. She's having that issue with becoming a little bit of a brat. And I don't like it. So I'm not saying that, what actually? So, hold on. Where was I? So I went into the dream realm and I went to his recording session, and I'm trying to get this artist to a point of where he can create like the best lyrical songs that I could use, because Hosey B's on a vacation, and it's not a replacement, but it's more like a inspiration. Not everything has to be controlled around him or centered around him. Don't listen to those who put stars in your eyes. I mean, that's kind of like literally, whenever I look into my eyes and I see that shimmer of light, I always adorn it to the love that I have for Jesus Christ, in that character that I'm trying to bring to life in the Matrix from a different perspective. I'm trying to resurrect an image, not an image, but I'm trying to resurrect the belief in Jesus Christ, the belief in an external, internal God that both is inside and outside of us. I'm trying to bring that character from mirror realm into our realm. And I tend to use a lot of Irish because a lot of the time before Mexico was there, Ireland was the land of the dead. Ireland was, before the greenery, before all of that, when we had to mulch it, when we had to dig up the ground and roll the tombs and roll the stones, Ireland was the land of the dead before the grand reveal of the greenery. It's where I sent all of those poets and artists and writers and big thinkers. They had to go to school. And in Ireland, the father, because in the land, he was death. Death never existed before our separation. When we separated, because there was a trial of separation before you get married to anyone. Before you get married, you have to go through a trial of separation. The longer that it lasts, that is the spiritual condition of death, right? So if you guys can live without each other and you can survive without each other, then you know not to get married, right? If in your separation, it feels like you're ready to move on, that movement forward, and you're not stagnant in your death, that's when you know you've reborn. You've become reborn. And once you're reborn, your souls don't have to be together anymore. It's much like Hercules' story, So now I know that the story is over. The story is over. The story is over because the blade, right? So the can't find the pen, you can sure find the blade. So that was like my main dream. I had some smaller dreams, but not anything that I can remember at the moment. A man who can't live with the choices he's made. If you can't find the pen, you can sure find the blade. Well, son, I believe it's killing me so. It's been 50 odd years, still 50 to go. Alright, how are we doing on time? We ain't got no more. Hey, I already brushed my teeth. I could brush them again. I like brushing my teeth. I gotta take some more meds just in case. Got a doctor's appointment. Check in. Burn all my bridges. Burn my debris. Now darkness is all that's waiting for me. Where's my other alien earring? You little shits. Who stole it? Don't listen to those who put stars in your eyes. That sucks. That really sucks. Ah, there you are, baby. Appreciate you coming back. Okay. Deodorant. Okay. I think anybody playing with food, messing with food, like playing in it and doing bad stuff in food, should go to jail for a year. Anybody who's spitting or you know putting shit in food they shouldn't have, they should go to jail for 1 year. In max security prison, because they're obviously fucking crazy as motherfucking shit. Yep. I wouldn't wish any of that on my enemies. Half you niggas is crazy anyway. Don't listen to those who put stars in your eyes. All right, let me see what else I got to do. Don't listen to those who put stars in your eyes. Burn all my bridges. art, baby's art pieces. I'm so proud of them. I'm all out of whiskey. I'm all out of wine. Burn all my bridges. Burn my degree. Now darkness is all that waiting for me. Man who can't live with the choices he's made. Okay, I think we should be good to go. Actually, I want to make a list, even if I'm late. If I at least have a list, I should be good. Don't listen to those but stars in your eye. Okay, what else do we need? I want to spray some unicorn dust. I got it from the witch store. I really love it. I'm all out of whiskey. I'm all out. All right, let me just write down the stuff I need to do. And then I'll be good to go. Don't listen to those who put stars in your eyes. I love that part. I think if that kid really buckles down on his art and his craft, he could be amazing. Not just him, his band. Because I think, sometimes artists get so full of themselves, they become solo artists. But I feel like I can use his voice as a trumpet in certain ways. So like I did in the spiritual realm, I could use it as a trumpet here in the physical realm. Anyway, okay, so I need to call restaurants. Call the restaurants for food, ingredient, list, to hang art, 3, pick up food, Friday, I think it's Friday, I'm gonna do the co-pilot today, so I'm gonna leave now to do that. And then I have a doctor's appointment at 1:30. What else? Call restaurants, hang art. I can't think of anything else right at the moment. I know this is another thing to my list, but clean car. I'm gonna have to redo my art exhibit for, figure that out. Anyway, I think that should be good. Don't listen to those but the stars in your eyes. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm leaving right now. I'm going to take a drop of honey before I leave. Someone told me to dance. You dance like a monkey. Makes my life a little sweeter. I'm all out of whiskey. I'm all out of wine.